All right, y'all, let's do another foodie video. So earlier today, she put up a stream. It was called Taking Out the Trash, I believe. She went on here for maybe like an hour or two and just, did her normal thing, screamed at the webcam, talked trash about FFG and some of the other people, like the Brazen woman and everything, which she normally does in a live stream. So she took it down, but someone condensed the live stream. I think, oh gosh, I'll put this person's channel in the bio below to give them credit. I think it's called like Marley something. Anyway, so we're going to take a look at the highlights of what she was talking about on stream earlier today. Basically, she went off on Missy Moo, the ex-best friend of Shantopoulos. Missy Moo, if you don't know the lore of her, basically it's this woman who like was Chantal's best friend, like diehard best friend, like ride or die or whatever. But when the whole BBJ thing happened and it was like, oh, she didn't clip the nails and, BBJ was in a lot of pain or whatever, Missy Moo was like, okay, well, I'm going to go be a hater now. I'm going to go, be with the other kids. So Missy Moo kind of left Chantal in the dark and went under the high school bleachers to smoke cigarettes with the cool kids, so to speak. And the cool kids were like, I'm good. No, get out. No, Missy Moo. Like, we know you're... So Missy Moo is kind of finding herself between a rock and a hard place right now with Shantopoulos viewers because Foodie doesn't want her back. And FFG's squad and, other parts of Shantopoulos don't really care for Missy Moo either. It's just strange. So what I think we'll eventually see from Missy Moo is a resurgence under a different name. I think that she'll go... I don't know. What she's trying to do right now is she's trying to be a reaction channel. She's trying to do live streams and she's trying to do live reacts to Chantal's stuff, and she's trying to fight the other reaction channels too. So do I think that that'll pick up? No, because Missy Moo doesn't really have people that like listen to her and think like, oh yeah, Missy Moo, like we're on your side. Like it's kind of like a one-man army here. So I think that what Missy Moo will do eventually is she will start under a new name. I think that she'll fade out of existence from all this and she'll either rejoin Chantal's army or she will become born anew into Hater Nation, bathed in the blood of Hater Nation, risen up from the ashes to try to find her people in all of this. But we're going to see what Chantal has to say with all this. Apparently, Missy Moo went live the other day and showed a bunch of DMs back when they used to be friends. She was kind of like, I'm going to spill the tea on you or whatever. So let's see what this is all about.
So this whole Missy Moo thing, the nerve, I don't know if she ever said Salah has no personality. I don't know if she said that, but the nerve of you when your husband just sits there like a dry log in the background laying in bed. That's all you do. Where's your chemistry? You just lay there like lumps of crap in your bed criticizing other people. You've become everything you criticized in those DMs. So don't make me release the DMs because you look worse than I do in those DMs.
Oh, I mean, the thing that you have to consider, though, with that argument is, where's your husband's personality? I mean, Missy Moo and her husband aren't vloggers like this. It isn't Missy Beauty and husband. They're not trying to make a career and profit off of being entertainers. You are. So for people to say that Salah's boring and doesn't have a personality, I mean, you're criticizing someone that is attempting to accomplish to be an entertainer. So if they're going to critique that part of you, I mean, is that fair for you to turn around and try to use that against people who are not of that same category? Just doesn't really make sense to me.
Those voice notes that you sent and you doxed people in the chat, in the DMs, please don't make me do it, okay? Because I still have those, I think. I don't know, they might be my old Instagram. I'd have to log in. I have a new Instagram now. But, hi Jessica. Yeah, Salah has the DMs between him and Mr. Moo. Those are old DMs. So the only thing that's a little juicy, I guess if you want to say, was what she said about like how he said I'm impulsive and I give our business, because that was the time when we got in that huge fight and I went online and outed it and I said we broke up, I called him this and that, and that's what he was talking about. He was hurt that I went online and talked. No surprise. I saw all of the DMs, so what's the big deal? Like, that's so in the past. Yeah, they just lay in the bed all day farting, like whatever. The husband's a doll, but
But they're not entertainers. I mean, Missy Moo doesn't come on here and live stream every day and attempt to be, you know, she doesn't, as far as I know, she doesn't have memberships and she doesn't accept super chats and money from people, you know, in exchange for entertainment and a sense of community. You do. Me sticking up for Missy Moo.
He makes seriously no personality whatsoever. Obviously a cuckold. He lets you go on stream with your big jugs out, which I know I did in my past, but I don't, honestly, I
was just about to say, maybe that's not the critique to go for there.
no idea how I ever did that. Really, I don't know. I don't know if I could ever go back to I could never go back to doing that, never. She's stirring up drama, but that's so pathetic. Like, she's completely not the person I ever thought she was. How do you go from, like, I don't know, fake in every way. Yeah. My new Instagram is Chantal YouTube, I think. So anyways, nobody cares about you on either side. The haters don't like you, and the beezers don't like you anymore. So maybe get a hint. You're trying way too hard. Like, stop adding me, stop talking about me, because I'm just not even going to address you after this. I'm only addressing the DMs issue. So anyway,
yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I see the whole Missy Moo arc playing out. I mean, Girl World is very scandal, next scandal, club, another club, bus, plane, club, another club. It's very that. So as soon as Missy Moo shows her hand, you know, she exposes the Instagram DMs, everything. Like, if she continues to make videos where she's like, Chantal, la, 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 like, that's not gonna, it's not really gonna have much bearing in the Chantopolis.
There's no new DMs. That's a blatant, complete lie. I'm just so surprised how low people go for clout. Like, what? Like, you're just making up lies now? Like, blatant lies. Like, so Salah was in my DMs. Okay, this is how it started. Let me give you a little history lesson. I know, a lot of you warned me that she was nuts. Anyway, she's nuttier than a trail mix, I swear.
Well, I mean, a lot of people warn you about a lot of things, Chantal, but you do what you want to regardless. So, I mean, kind of, you know, continuing pattern here.
Not even the Twitter trolls don't like her. Twitter's insane and pathetic. A bunch of freaking weird cat ladies who have no life. I swear, like, you spend all day trying to find my location? Show up here. Like, what? What are you gonna do? Like, who cares? Like, oh, we have information. It's like they're proud of doxing people. It's like they're proud that they have some piece of information about me. Like, it's so weird. Like, touch grass. And they do it for free. You don't get...
I mean, I'm in Girl World Twitter. I don't see a lot of that. I mean, I see a lot of the different accounts and everything, but in terms of like people solely on there to dox, I mean, in terms of like what happened recently with the apartment thing that I talked about in my last foodie episode, I saw one account talking about that. I saw one person that I follow post photos of the rent and the listing and whatever. And by the way, I was wrong. When we were doing the apartment tour and I said it was like the equivalent of $1,600 a month. Apparently that's not right. Apparently I was looking at the wrong listing, or the person that originally posted it had the wrong listing. I'm not really sure what happened there, but it comes out to about $900 a month, not $1,600. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I mean, for the apartment that they got, I mean, it's a nice apartment, a lot of spacious. It's modern, you know, the view, open concept, I guess, natural light, whatever. Like, for $900 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath like that, I mean, I'm not really sure of like the logistics of like where that's located and everything, but it seemed like a good deal.
You get paid to be on Twitter. You have no life. Oh, Chantal YouTube, thank you, babe. So, Missy, who was a big-time supporter before, you know this, right? She liked...
How is she going to criticize people for being on Twitter or talking about Girl World, saying you don't get paid for that, when all of Chantal's viewers essentially don't get paid for being her members and supporting her and putting a roof over her head? And so everyone involved in Girl World needs to have a monetary incentive to participate. Is that what you're saying? Because if that were the case, all of the people that watch you should be getting a paycheck. I mean, this is a hobby. This is an activity. This is entertainment for most people. So I'm not really sure what she meant by that.
To try to involve herself in her lives, apparently, now that I think about it, because number one, she was the one who first messaged Salah on Instagram, and he still has all the messages, everything. She messaged him first, okay? And I was like, and I even like talked to another beezer about this, and the beezer's like, why is she messaging your husband? Like, why is she messaging your husband? Anyway, okay. So she messaged him first and was like saying something nice or whatever. I don't even know, I could get kicked pissy poo out of her. It was so funny when I found that pissy poo out of her chat when the super chat. I know she tried to kiss her ass with the super chat. And she's like, "We don't like you." Why does Missy think it's her place to hold Salah accountable? Exactly, just like Clara Dane. Like, what? Hold accountable for what exactly? Like, oh my god, I can't.
No, I would actually like to hear Missy Moo's side on this because I have heard FFG say this and I have now heard Chantal say this. Did Missy Moo, I mean, she's probably not going to respond to this video, but I'm genuinely curious. Did Missy Moo think that after being such an anti-Hater Nation person, Beezer of Chantal's, did she really think that it was just going to be that flippant where she would gain support on the other side of things like that? I mean, did she really think that she would go from like second in command Beezer to lieutenant general in FFG's chat or whatever? Like, I'm not really sure what was going through her head here. Like, obviously she enjoys Girl World. Obviously she enjoys being a part of it and everything. I just don't really understand her decision making sometimes, or her ambitions, or what she wants.
So, okay. So that's it. And then Salah asked me, because she, like, I don't know if she friend requested him or whatever. He asked me if he's like, he doesn't add anyone on Instagram. If you check who he's following, it's still like 252. He doesn't follow anybody who requests him, okay? Obviously, because he's not a piece of crap, all right? Like someone we know. He asked me, do you want me to add her back? Like, do you want me to add her on Instagram as a follow friend? And I said, yeah, she's a Beezer, go for it. She's supportive, she's nice, blah, blah, blah. Go for it, you know? So that's why, like, she's all like, he liked my pictures. He liked your pictures because he likes everyone's pictures that he follows. And I'm pretty sure your husband likes some of my pictures as well. Just saying, okay? So don't read too much into that. He was being nice, you know? And he never messaged her after that. They never had any direct contact. He would talk to Mr. Moo, because that's what you do when you're Muslim. And this culture, you don't talk to other women directly, all right? He didn't like all her pics. No, he didn't like them all. Maybe a few here and there. He still has all the messages with Mr. Moo, yeah. Yeah, of course, he does. We can definitely show. There's no recent ones whatsoever. Babe, do you still have all the messages? I'm pretty sure you do, right?
I mean, I agree with her in the sense that I don't think that someone liking your photo on Instagram suggests interest, but at the same time, like, why does that bother you so much, Chantal? Why did Missy Moo trying to use that as leverage bother you? I mean, if it was really as innocent and meaningless, I mean, why did you kind of show emotion regarding that?
So I'd like to see a date and time of these new messages. Let's see them, or it didn't happen anyway. Well, let's see them. And why are they taking so long to be fabricated? Obviously, I wouldn't put it past her. Anyways, like, instead of making an ugly wreath, that's what she's doing. You have time to make an ugly wreath, an ugly doll, and you don't have time to show DMs. What? You still have the whole messages? All right. So, and when she would message me, she was obviously on my side, but she's like blaming me for her bad behavior of like sending me the information about T and Sass's daughter and bad mouthing, just breeze in and all this.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't really care for people who do that. I just like, I mean, like, our community on here on YouTube and everything, like, it's fun, it's entertaining, but like, as soon as it just like it crosses a line, I mean, if you're gonna talk about people's kids and like, you know, call their work, like that's happened in Girl World, but I why does Missy Moo need to do that? Like, why? Just, I don't know. Personally, it rubs me the wrong way.
This and that, like, really? You're gonna blame me for that? Please get a life. She's trying so hard to fit in with anyone she can. Anyway, so that's what happened. That's the history on that. She's the one who tried. She's the one who messaged Salah first, and even another Beezer who I was talking to at that time was like, that's weird. Why is she messaging your husband? And then I was like, whatever, you know, he's not messaging her back after that. Like, I think he just wrote like thanks, LOL, or something stupid, and then that was it. So then him and Mr. Moo were talking because, you know, he started seeing him as somebody he could confide in. Obviously not. This is a lesson. Don't ever trust people online. Like, I know I shared Ever's DMs, but he's nobody to me, like, you know, and that was wrong. But like, to go from being a complete supporter and having this like friendship and like saying, oh, we support you, no, there's even a DM saying we support you no matter what, we would never turn on you, blah blah blah, like, you know.
Oh my. Well, I mean, obviously you weren't as good as friends with Missy Moo as you thought you were. You can rely on us for anything. You can, oh my gosh. Like, was that just kind of like their whole point? Like, was she just kind of like digging her claws into her, Chantal, like playing the long game with her, like trying to get like as close to her as possible so that like one day she could do a 180 and join Hater Nation or whatever? It just doesn't really make sense. It's strange. But Chantal was the one who posted it publicly on her community tab. So Chantal played a role in it. Bad. The girls are gorling.